Shalom and welcome back, Yeshua lovers. This is another Alef Tav treasure. If you are new to my channel or you just don't know what I'm talking about Alef Tav, see the video number 1. I'll link it in the description for you. But just a quick explanation. You see this? That is an Alef. And this is a Tav. I'll show you. Alef is that, and a Tav is that. But most of the Alef and Tav in the Old Testament have this little hyphen here. Well, there are some Alef and Tav, like this one, and like this one, that are standalone, unhyphenated Alef and Tav. And these are the ones that I pull out. You know how in Revelation 4 times Yeshua says, I am the Alpha and the Omega. He says that 4 times in Revelation. 1:8, 1:11, 21:6, and 22:13, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But the translators, when they were translating from the Hebrew to the Greek, they changed it to Alpha and Omega. They said that Yeshua said, I am the Alpha and the Omega, which is the first letter of the Greek alphabet and the last letter of the Greek alphabet. And then when the translators translated it from Greek to English, they left it as Greek. Well, I think that's good that they left it Greek, because we know that something is up with that, because it was like a signpost saying this means something different. But the translator should have said, I am the Alef and the Tav. They should have left it Hebrew. From Hebrew to Greek, they should have left it Hebrew. And from Greek to English, they should have left it Hebrew. But in the translator's defense, they didn't know that there was hidden meaning in these standalone Alef and Tavs. It's not until this generation, well, the Jews probably have known all along, but we know now to pull out these standalone Alef and Tavs to find hidden meaning about Yeshua. Well, with that said, we have 2 Alef and Tavs that are standalone in Genesis 31:1. And to help us understand the meaning in this one, I'm going to do something different that I don't usually do. I'm going to work backwards. So let's read Genesis 31:1 real quick, and then I'll take you somewhere else. Now he, Jacob, heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob has taken away, Alef and Tav, all that was our father's, and from what was our father's he has acquired all this wealth. Alef and Tav, all this wealth. But if you will see, all hakavod hazeh. Those of you who know Hebrew know that hakavod is glory. And I'll post a photo here showing hakavod as glory. All right, now let's turn to Isaiah 22. All right, this is kind of a long section, but I'm going to let you read the first part of it on your own. if you're going to read this on your own, start in Isaiah 22, verse 15. But I'm going to come down here to verse 20. Then it shall be in that day that I will call my servant Eliakim, which in Hebrew literally means El raises up or sets up, or I'll show you the photo here of what it actually means. And Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, which literally means my portion is, or I'll show you the photo for that here as well. All right. Then verse 21 says, I will clothe him with your robe and strengthen him with your belt. I will commit your responsibility into his hand. He shall be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. The key, this is key, actually, verse 22, the key of the house of David I will lay on his shoulder, so he shall open and no one shall shut, and he shall shut and no one shall open. I will fasten him as a peg in a secure place, and he will become a glorious throne to his father's house. This is talking about Yeshua. How do I know this? Let's go to Revelation 3:7. All right, Revelation 3:7 says, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia, right? These things says he who is holy, he who is true, he who has the key of David, he who opens and no one shuts, and shuts and no one opens. Almost exactly the same. But, so we know that that verse in Isaiah 22, verse 22, is speaking about Yeshua. Okay, do we have that confirmed? All right, I'm going to go back to Isaiah 22. The next verse, after 23, Isaiah 22, verse 23, it says, they will hang on him all the glory, kavod, of his father's house. Who's the father? We know who the father is. The offspring and the posterity, all vessels of small quantity, from the cups to all the pitchers. In that day, says Yehovah Tzevaot, the peg that is fastened in the secure place will be removed and be cut down and fall, and the burden that was on it will be cut off, for Yehovah has spoken. All right. They will hang on him all the glory, kavod, of his father's house. Okay? And then it talks about all the stuff that the father has. Well, if we go back to the verse that we were looking at, it says, now he, who is speaking of Jacob, heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob has taken away Alef Tav, all that was our father's, and from what was our father's he has acquired all this glory. Can you see how this verse, with the Alef Tavs, two Alef Tavs for that matter, is referring back to Isaiah 22, which refers back also to Revelation 3:7. This is talking about Yeshua in the sod, the hidden meaning of this Hebrew. Granted, it's also talking about Jacob. That's the face value meaning of this verse. But if we look deeper, this verse has two meanings. Hidden meaning and, the face value meaning. That's not to say, hold on, let me put my marker there. That's not to say that there wasn't a guy named Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, but this is also the face value, the face meaning of this verse. But we also have a hidden meaning that points to Yeshua. Alright, I hope I've done this Alef Tav treasure justice. It's a little more deep than I usually go, but if you ponder about it, I think you can see. As a side note, I went back to Isaiah 22 and looked at these verses again because this stuff, the verse 24 and 25, didn't really make much sense to me, Yeshua-wise. So I went through Blue Letter Bible and I looked up each word that I didn't know what it meant. This word here, Hatzeim. Sorry, I gotta see the vowel points. Hatzeim really does mean offspring or descendants. But this word here, Vehatzfiot. Vehatzfiot comes up as H6849 in the Strong's. It's an offshoot, but it's less distinguished offspring. Shoots of a tree of little value. So, right here where posterity is, it's actually less desirable offshoots, which, if we read that verse knowing that, it says they will hang on him, who would be Yeshua, all the glory of his father's house, the offspring or descendants, and the less desirable offspring or the offshoots. This all vessels of small quantity it literally means all things. Kli is not necessarily vessels, but it's like a thing of small quantity or small, literally just small. Hakatan just means small thing. From the cups, there's no word for cup there. And the pitchers, there's no word for pitcher there. But if you are interested, it's pretty interesting to go through Blue Letter Bible and look up all these words and what they really mean. Like skin bag instead of pitchers. Hanvalim. Hanvalim is literally a skin bag. I guess like you would have wine in, you would make wine in a skin, Or a lot of women, I think they carried water in skin bags. But anyway, yeah, that's a whole different video there, and it's not an Alef Tav video, but it's pretty interesting. So anyway, just wanted to add that as clarification. So thanks for joining me. Love you all, and like I said, if you're not getting what I'm saying, there is another video that I did in the very beginning that I will link in the bottom. Alright, in the description, that is. Thanks for watching. Lahitraot.